Good morning, guys. I'll probably move just a little bit. Hold on. I'm at the church right now. My husband is doing a Bible study. He does it every Tuesday. And we have some people from church with children. They may be coming so that their kids can kind of play with mine, have a little play date. I believe that the church is a place where we fellowship, we love one another, we just be Christian. Of course, the sanctuary is a place of prayer and teaching, etc. How is everybody doing this morning? I've been doing really good. We've been a little overwhelmed. We've had a lot of different things happening on our backyard homestead. We have, now that we have the ducks and a lot more chickens, we spent time in the spring hatching out a lot of chickens and a lot of ducks. We got a little incubator excited. So now we've spent quite a bit on them, feeding them and housing them and figuring out who can be with who and just all of the things. Let me go outside because I feel like I'm echoing and that drives me nuts. Okay, so before you start incubating all the eggs, you are going to know fairly quickly that you have to house these animals. So thankfully we've acquired an old coop. Hi! At the church, just chilling. We repurposed an old coop of my sister's. So we have 2 coops. We have also a tractor that we open to the side, so the ducks kind of like to hang out on there. And then we have a duck coop, kind of like a duck house. It's like a big rectangular house with hay or like pine shavings that the ducks like to be in and like to nest. We also, not only did we have a lot of ducks and chickens that we incubated, etc., we ended up having 3 broody Muscovies. I don't know if y'all know about Muscovy ducks. They love to be broody. Every spring, normally, they're broody. So we had 2 Muscovy ducks hatch out. One hatched out 7, the other one hatched out 3. Thankfully, that's not as much as usual for Muscovies. Usually they're hatching out even more than that. So I'm thankful that they didn't hatch out a ton because we would be duck crazy. So when you have little ducklings running around, you need to feed these ducklings. So our animals, well, all of our poultry and waterfowl, they're all together. So the problem we've been running into is we have the crumble for the little ones, for the ducklings and the chicks, etc. And then we have our bigger chickens and stuff eating the main food that we make them. But the chickens, the older ones, they want the crumble. So they'll go over there and eat the crumble, and it's been like trying to adjust to how we're gonna feed everybody is quite a challenge, but it's working. So I'm talking about all these animals, right? The chickens and the ducks. But because we've been so busy with them as well, we've also been building a pond, which is going great. The pond is going great. I've been neglecting my garden. Things are growing. I do have my plants out there, but I have neglected it. Like, I haven't even gotten a single red tomato this year yet because I planted everything late. I have not been weeding the way I'm supposed to be weeding. We have not topped our mulch. We've had other things going on that kind of required us first. They required our attention first. On our homestead, our animals definitely come first. So I wanted to care for them, make sure all of that was adjusted. We treat our animals like we do our children. So we have to make sure they're housed. We have to make sure they're eating the right feed. We have to make sure they're happy and they're not too hot and they have shade and they have water. The whole reason for the pond was so that we don't have to be filling up water buckets all the time. The pond has come in handy, guys, when it comes to not having to filling up buckets all the time. So, but the thing with the pond is it's in full sun. So we didn't really do too much due diligence on where to put the pond when we first started. So what we got to do now is we're going to have to like plant some type of tree or even put a shade cloth kind of a little bit, just so it's not getting direct full sun. Because if I boiled a whole duck and found it, little meat on the bones, chickens. So Muscovy, what ducks are you raising? Our Muscovy ducks give us tons of meat. Like, it's kind of crazy. But so we're going to try to get a tree in there, kind of shade off the pond a little bit more, because that's creating algae fairly quickly. Although the filter is amazing. We are cleaning out the filter every 6 days. That helps a lot. We're scrubbing rocks with like loofah a little bit to get the algae off. We have some fish in there. The ducks have not eaten all the fish, so that's good. Sorry, the sun's in my eyes. Hold on, maybe if I turn. I'm not afraid to get on the floor, y'all. It is what it is. So yeah, so that has taken a lot of attention. So now I'm like, okay, now that we're done the pond and we have our ducklings and our chicks and everybody's growing up and they're adjusting and all this stuff, now I have to put my full attention on the garden. So look, there's a cop back there. They like to chill at our church. So all this to say, don't stress yourself out about the tasks you haven't gotten done that you should have gotten done if something else comes first. For us specifically, our list always changes, like always. So it's like if we have 10 things on the list, and let's say depending on the day or the time or the weather, something that's number 9 has to move all the way up to number 1, and then something on number 1 has to move down. We just do it that way. Sometimes half the list won't get done because the other part of the list has to take more effort. Hello, how are you? So don't get discouraged, don't get upset at yourself, don't get stressed that some of the stuff that you want to get done or you plan to get done ASAP hasn't gotten done yet. At the end of the day, I believe as long as we are not sitting idle, we are fine. My pond, that is a huge thing for our animals, so that was main priority. Making sure that our animals had a home at nighttime to roost and to sleep and to be safe, that was a big priority. So you just adjust it. Good morning, I just rolled out of bed. Nice. Thanks for the encouragement. Yeah, our to-do list is also very long. And like I said earlier, our garden was somewhat neglected. We do have a lot growing, but it was somewhat neglected. There's weeds all over the place. But you know what? That can wait. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Things are still producing. And I didn't get as many plants as I had wanted to get in there because I didn't top it like I wanted to with the mulch and more compost. But at the end of the day, it's fine. It's fine. Things will still grow. Things will still produce. And it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. We can't stress about that stuff. And we still have the fall garden as well that we can do, that we can just grow a lot more. It's not a huge deal. What's that, Paulus? Maybe later. Is that okay?
Okay. Can we get another episode?
Yes, in a moment.
Okay.
That's my son. They have been such a big help as well. We both believe in getting your children involved. They all have tasks. They had a boost in their finances lately because for chores, we don't pay them for chores. But if there's anything extra, especially like outside things, like if I need the garden weeded, if I need plants harvested and I'm unable to do it, we do pay them a little bit for that. For the extras, but chores no, but extras yes. So they've been kind of excited about that. Now that it's getting hotter, their money might go a little They might get a little more because I hate the heat, y'all. I live in Texas and I hate the heat. So, I don't know. It gets rough out here. Oh my goodness. I'm even neglecting, yeah, I'm neglecting some stuff when it gets hot. How is everybody else doing? What do y'all guys got going on at your houses? What is any new animals, any new projects? I feel like there's always a project. No matter what, I feel like there's always a new project. I feel like every time, we'll always find something that can better our homestead. There's always something, and the issue is that something is usually pricey, so then we are like, okay, well, we can DIY that. And then the DIY takes a lot of time. That's kind of why our list changes quite a bit. It's like, we can do this, it'll work, but we have to DIY it because we are not gonna afford to pay the high dollar for whatever it is. I'm very thankful for a husband who does what he does. He builds, he constructs, he is a thinker, he researches. I'm very, very thankful for that. We're both get it done people, so sometimes that can be great and sometimes that can be kind of a not so great, because then we sometimes we forget to rest, and that's also very important when you are trying to get more self-sufficient and trying to do things. You need to rest. Me too. My to-do list is going to restart soon. We found a house and we are now in the process of, nice, that's exciting. Moving is always exciting. It's a lot of work at first, but it's very exciting. So that's super cool. Congrats. I'm like all over the floor. It's so funny. The police is probably like, what is she doing? I have to change something for my kids. Hold on just a second. Well, don't hold on. It's my daughter. Let me see. I'm coming. I'm getting it done, y'all. So they're watching some Bible study stuff, some kids show Bible study thing on the projector. We love it. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Right Now Media. It's a great resource for Bible studies, Mama, and kids stuff.
You could hit next. What's the last one?
The last one. Okay. There we go. See? We pretty much live at the church. That's another thing. It's like, we are not home all the time. We are at the church probably 50% of the time. So we like have to half ourselves between our house life, our home life, and our church life. Let me go on this side. But we love it though. We love being at the church. We love doing Bible studies. We love just being involved with what God is doing. We love kingdom building. We love street ministry. I love street ministry. It's probably my favorite thing to do as a Christian, is going out there and talking to people about God. Once we finalize everything and move out, we'll be going full force into late summer and fall garden mode. My fall garden is not always, I'm pretty sure my spring garden is usually the best, which is so crazy because they say in Texas the fall garden is like the one that's like what everybody loves to do and always produces the best, but I really enjoy my spring garden, usually. So I'm hoping to have a really successful fall garden. I just have to, I think timing is what gets me. It's like I said, I'm not good with I'm not good with timing. I'm not good with being like, okay, I have to get these in the ground. I need to plan and organize. Like my garden, I'm like seeds, plants everywhere, scattered all around. But you know what? It works for me. It may not work for you, but that's okay. We're all very different. That's why I love YouTube. I get to learn from so many different people. I get to see how everybody does different things, what works for them, especially in different climates and stuff. It's kind of exciting. It's kind of exciting to see how everybody does everything. And don't be stressed. Congrats on your baby. Man, that's awesome. I love babies. My daughter too. We love babies. I told her, she asks for another baby all the time, and I'm just like, if I have another baby, then who will take care of all of our friends' babies? Who will be able to hold them and help them when they need help? I feel like every pregnant mama or every mother with little ones always needs a friend who's going to be there to hold their child while they use the bathroom or something like that. Like I want to be that friend. This will be the first time I'll be attempting a fall garden. It'll go great. It'll go great as long as you don't stress yourself out and following everybody like, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this time. It'll go great. Don't stress yourself out. And don't create these super high expectations, because usually if you're creating all these super high expectations, it's going to be hard for you to meet those. And I don't know, I don't ever be like, well, I have the highest expectations. I'm usually like, we will get done what we get done when we can get done. At the end of the day, we'll pray over it, the Lord will bless it, and we'll see what we get. And there's always next time. It'll be okay. Alright, well, I just wanted to check in with you guys. I wanted to kind of tell you where we're at, what we're doing. If you have a chance, if you haven't seen our new reels or new videos, we put the DIY pond on there. Check it out, comment, like. I appreciate you guys' support so much. We're so thankful to have such great friends and family and supportive people online. God bless you guys, and I hope you have an amazing week, amazing month, amazing last of spring and summer.